On behalf of Society for Visually Handicapped, I, Sri Udaranjan Sarkar, is reading a book named Political Science by N.D. Arora, McGraw-Hill Education, WE series. This is political science for state civil services and other competitive examinations. It is written by N.D. Arora, MA, PhD, formerly of PG DAV College, University of Delhi, New Delhi. Published by McGraw-Hill Education, India Private Limited, P24, Green Park Extension, New Delhi, 110016. Political Science, 3rd reprint, 2013. Preface. This book has been conceived and prepared, keeping in view. Wrong. I am reading again. Preface. This book has been conceived and prepared, keeping in view the unlimited appetite for information required by aspirants in the area of polity and political science. Some of the objective questions asked go beyond the syllabi of various state-level examinations and tests the overall knowledge of the reader in the subject. Therefore, the book is exhaustive by nature and not just confined to the civil services requirements. This book aims to inculcate a reading habit and is not just oriented towards the examination but a general urge to know more, understand more. This information-packed book is divided into a number of chapters and further subdivided into a number of parts. The first part explains the topics under discussion as extensively as is necessary and possible. The second part gives model questions as also the possible questions that can be asked. Another part gives answers with explanations wherever necessary, summary information about the mentioned scholars and philosophers in the chapter together with explanation of keywords and concepts. The author wishes to acknowledge the cooperation he got from his fellow teachers and students during the preparation of the script. Thanks are also due to Mr. Biju Kumar, K.N. Prakash, Abhishek Sharma and Medha Arora of McGraw-Hill Education, India for their constant encouragement and support in making this book a reality. The author can be contacted at ndarol15@hotmail.com. Contents preface Roman 7. 1. Political science, politics, political philosophy, political thought, political theory. 1.1 to 1.22. 1. Evolution and growth of the discipline. 1.1. 2. Political science, concepts and terms. 1.3. 2a. Political science. 1.3. 2b. Political philosophy. 1.3. 2c. Political thought. 1.3. 2d. Politics. 1.3. 2e. Political theory. 1.4. 3. Political science, traditional and modern. 1.4. 4. Politics, the liberal and the Marxist views. 1.5. The liberal analysis of politics. 1.6. The Marxist analysis of politics. 1.7. 5. Political theory, classical, modern, contemporary. 1.7. 5a. Classical political theory. 1.7. 5b. Modern political theory. 1.8. 5c. Contemporary political theory. 1.9. Exercise 1.11. Answers 1.16. Philosophers Personalities and scholars 1.1.7. Wrong 1.17. Key terms and concepts 1.19. Authors and books 1.20. 2. Political science, approaches, debates and trends, relationship with other social sciences. 1a. Traditional approaches 2.1. Comparative page 2.1. Historical page 2.2. Philosophical page 2.2. Normative page 2.3. 1.b. Modern approaches page 2.3. Empirical 2.3. Behavioral 2.4. Other approaches 2.4. 2. Debates and trends page 2.5. 2a. Decline of political theory, debate bracketed traditionalism and behavioralism page 2.5. 2b. The end of ideology, debate page 2.6. 2c. The end of history, debate page 2.9. 2d. Hermeneutics page 2.10. 2.e. Behavioralism, post-behavioralism, neo-behavioralism page 2.11. 2f. Normative and empirical page 2.12. 2.g. Liberalization, libertarianism and communitarianism page 2.13. Traditionalism, modernism and postmodernism page 2.13. 2.I. Feminism page 2.13. 2.J. Ecologism, environmentalism, sustainable development page 2.14. 3. Relationship and political science with other social sciences page 2.14. 3.A. Political science and history page 2.14. 3.5b. Political science and economics 2.15. 3.C. Political science and philosophy 2.15. 3.D. Political science and sociology page 2.15. 3E. Political science and psychology page 2.16. 3F. Political science and ethics page 2.16. 3G. Political science is science as well as art page 2.16. Exercise 2.17. Answers 2.25. Philosophers, personalities and scholars 2.25. Key terms and concepts 2.27. Authors and books page 2.28. 3. Key concepts: state, society, nation, government, political system. 1. State, country, nation, society, government, political system. I am repeating again. 3. Key concepts: state, society, nation, government, political system. Page 3.1 to 3.32. 1. State, country, nation, society, government, political system. Page 3.1. 2. Theories relating to the origin of the state. Page 3.4. 3. State, philosophers speak. Page 3.5. 4. State, nature and jurisdiction. Page 3.6. 5. State, different perspective. Page 3.7. 5a. Liberal, democratic. Page 3.7. 5b. Libertarian. Page 3.7. 5c. Communitarian. Page 3.7. 5d. Idealist. Page 3.8. 5e. Fascist. Page 3.8. 5a. Conservative. Page 3.8. 5g. New right and new left. Page 3.9. 5h. Pluralist. Page 3.9. 5i. Social democratic. Page 3.10. 5j. Marxian. I am repeating again. Marxian, page 3.11. Exercise 3.12. Answers 3.28. Philosophers, personalities and scholars 3.29. Page 2.29. Key terms and concepts, page 3.30. Authors and books 3.31. 4. Key concepts: sovereignty, pluralism, power, citizenship, imperialism, global order, page 4.1 to 4.25. 1. Sovereignty, page 4.1. 2. Pluralism, 4.2. 3. Power and citizenship, 4.3. 4. Authority, legitimacy and legitimation crisis, page 4.5. 5. Imperialism, page 4.6. 6. Global order, page 4.7. Exercise 4.9. Answers 4.20. Philosophers, personalities and scholars 4.21. Key terms and concepts 4.22. Authors and books 4.23. 5. Political ideas, rights, liberty, equality, justice, page 5.1 to 5.33. 1. Rights, page 5.1. 1A. Theories of rights, page 5.1. 1B. Analysis of rights, page 5.2. 1C. Functions of rights, page 5.3. 1D. Human rights, page 5.3. 2. Liberty, page 5.4. 2A. Liberty down the edges, page 5.5. 2B. Negative and positive liberty, page 5.5. 3. Equality, page 5.8. 4. Justice, page 5.11. Exercise 5.13. Answers 5.28. Philosophers, personalities and scholars 5.29. Key terms and concepts page 5.30. Authors and books, page 5.30. 6. Political ideas, rule of law, civil society, Swaraj, revolution, democratic participation, 6.1 to 6.30 page. 1. Rule of law, page 6.1. 2. Civil society, page 6.4. 3. Swaraj, page 6.7. 4. Revolution, page 6.10. 5. Democratic participation, page 6.14. Exercise 6.14. Answers, page 6.24. Philosophers, personalities and scholars, page 6.24. Key terms and concepts, page 6.26. Authors and books, page 6.28. 7. Democracy, representation, electoral system, page 7.1 to 7.30. 1. Democracy, page 7.1. 2. Landsgemeinde initiative, referendum, recall, page 7.7. 3. Representation and political accountability, page 7.8. 4. Electoral system and elections, page 7.9. 4A. Majoritarian systems, 7.11. 4B. Proportional representation, 7.12. 4C. Mixed system, 7.13. Exercise, page 7.14. Answers, page 7.26. Philosophers, personalities and scholars, page 7.26. Key terms and concepts, page 7.27. Authors and books, page 7.28. 8. Political ideologies, liberalism, libertarianism, neoliberalism, republicanism, communitarianism. I am repeating, communitarianism. Page 8.1 to 8.27. 1. Ideology, 8.1 page. 2. Liberalism, page 8.3. 3. Libertarianism. I am repeating, libertarianism, page 8.6. 4. Neoliberalism, page 8.6. 5. Republicanism, page 8.9. 6. Communitarianism, page 8.10. Exercise 8.11, answers page 20-21. Philosophers, personalities and scholars, page 8.21. Key terms and concepts, page 8.23. Authors and books, page 8.23. 9. Political ideologies: Marxism, Socialism, Anarchism, page 9.1 to 9.30. 1. Marxism, Leninism, Maoism, page 9.1. 1a. Marxism, 9.1. 1b. Leninism, page 9.3. 1c. Maoism, page 9.3. 1d. Marxist schools of thoughts, page 9.4. 1e. Third way, 9.5. 2. Socialism, page 9.6. 2a. Evolutionary socialism, page 9.7. 2p. Syndicalism, page 9.7. 2c. Fabianism, page 9.7. 2d. Guild socialism, page 9.8. 2e. Democratic socialism, page 9.9. 3. Anarchism, page 9.1. 3a. Schools of anarchist thought, page 9.11. Exercise page 9.11. Answers, page 9.28. Philosophers, personalities and scholars, page 9.25. Key terms and concepts, 9.30. Authors and books, 9.30. 10. Gandhism, feminism, fascism, conservatism, page 10.1 to 10.24. 1. Gandhism, page 10.1. 2. Feminism, page 10.6. 3. Fascism, page 10.8. 4. Conservatism, page 10.10. Exercise 10.12. Answers 10.22. Philosophers, personalities and scholars, page 10.22. Key terms and concepts, page 10.23. Authors and books, 10.23. 11. Party systems, public opinion, pressure groups, coalition governments, page 11.1 to 11.24. 1. Party system, page 11.1. 1a. Political parties, meaning and functions, page 11.1. 1b. Party system, types, 11.2. 1c. Political parties in the third world countries, page 11.4. 1d. Political parties in India, page 11.5. 2. Public opinion and pressure groups, page 11.8. 2a. Public opinion, page 11.8. 2b. Pressure groups by repeat 11 to 2b pressure groups / interest groups, page 11.8. 3. Coalition governments, page 11.10. Political parties, major forms, page 11.20. Multi-party system states, page 11.21. Sudan, page 11.21. Tanzania, page 11.21. Zambia, page 11.21. Zimbabwe, page 11.21. Major Latin American states, page 11.21. Paraguay, page 11.22. Venezuela, page 11.22. Major Asian states, page 11.22. Malaysia, page 11.22. Singapore, page 11.22. Major European states, page 11.23. Russia, page 11.23. Exercise page 11.12. Answers, page 11.19. Philosophers, personalities and scholars, page 11.19. Key terms and concepts, page 11.20. Authors and books, 11.24. 12. Forms of government, page 12.1 to 12.24. 1. Constitutionalism and constitution, page 12.1. 1a. Constitutionalism page 12.1, 1b Constitution, page 12.1. 2. Organs and of government, page 12.2. 2a Legislature, page 12.3. 2b Executive, page 12.3. 2c Judiciary, page 12.3. 2d Theory of Separation of Powers, page 12.4. 3. Classification of governments, page 12.5. 3a Aristotle's classification, page 12.5. 3b Jellings, Marriott's and Leacock's classification, page 12.5. 3c Masclave's classifications, 12.6. 3d Some forms of government explained, page 12.6. 4. Democratic and authoritarian, page 12.7. 4a Democratic government, page 12.7. 4b Authoritarianism, page 12.8. 5. Parliamentary, presidential, semi-presidential, page 12.9. 5a Parliamentary form of government, page 12.9. 5b Presidential form of government, page 12.10. 5c Semi-presidential, page 12.11. 6. Unitary and federal, page 12.12. 6a Unitary form of government, page 12.12. 6b Federal form of government, page 12.12. Exercise 12.11. Answers 12.23. Authors and books, page 12.24. 13. Bureaucracy, development, social movements, page 13.1 to 13.33. 1. Bureaucracy, page 13.1. 1a Bureaucracy in general, page 13.1. 1b Bureaucracy in India, page 13.3. 2. Development, page 13.3. 2a Development in general, page 13.3. 2b Dependency theory, page 13.6. 2c Development strategy in India, page 13.7. 3. Social movements, page 13.8. 3a Social movements, page 13.8. 3b New social movements, page 13.11. 3c Social movements in India, page 13.12. Exercise page 13.15. Answers, page 13.31. Philosophers, personalities and scholars, page 13.32. Key terms and concepts, page 13.33. Authors and books, page 13.33. 14. Nationalism, internationalism, globalization and theories of international relations, page 14.1 to 14.29. 1. Nationalism, 14.1. 2. Internationalism, page 14.2. 3. Globalization, page 14.3. 4. Theories of international relations, page 14.5. 4a Realist theory, page 14.6. 4b New realism, page 14.7. 4c Equilibrium theory, page 14.7. 4d Decision making theory, page 14.8. 4e Marxist theory, page 14.8. 4f Game theory, page 14.9. 4g System theory, page 14.10. Exercise 14.11. Answers, page 14.26. Philosophers, personalities and scholars, page 14.27. Key terms and concepts, page 14.28. Authors and books, page 14.28. 15. Know your political philosophers, page 15.1 to 15.30. 1. Plato, page 15.1. 2. Aristotle, page 15.3. 3. Machiavelli, page 15.5. 4. Hobbes, page 15.6. 5. Locke, page 15.8. 6. Rousseau, page 15.9. 7. Bentham, page 15.11. 8. John Stuart Mill, page 15.12. 9. Green, page 15.13. 10. Burke, page 15.13. 11. Hegel, page 15.14. 12. Marx, page 15.15. 13. Kautilya, page 15.17. 14. Gandhi, page 15.17. 15. Perrier, page 15.18. 16. B.R. Ambedkar, page 15.20. 17. Lasky, page 15.21. Exercise 15.22. Answers 15.30. 16. Typologies of constitutions. United Kingdom, United States of America, France, Germany, South Africa, Peoples of China. 1. Constitution of the United Kingdom, page 16.1. 2. Constitution of the United States of America, page 16.3. 3. Constitution of France, page 16.8. 4. Constitution of Germany, page 16.11. 5. Constitution of South Africa, page 16.14. 6. Constitution of People's Republic of China, page 16.16. Exercise, page 16.18. Answers 16.32. 17. Constitutional Development and National Movement in India, page 17.1 to 17.32. 1. Constitutional Development, page 17.1. 2. National Movement, page 17.8. Exercise page 17.15. Answers, page 17.30. Key terms and concepts, page 17.30. 18. The Indian Constitution, Constituent Assembly, Preamble, Features, Territory, Citizenship, page 18.1 to 18.19. 1. The Constituent Assembly, page 18.1. 1a. Composition of the Constituent Assembly, page 18.1. 1b. Committees of the Constituent Assembly, page 18.2. 1c. Objectives Resolution, page 18.3. 2. Preamble of the Indian Constitution, page 18.4. 2a. Preamble, page 18.4. 2b. Importance of the Preamble, page 18.4. 3. Features of the Indian Constitution, page 18.5. 3a. India, page 18.5. 3b. Salient features. Wrong. I am repeating. Salient features, page 18.5. 4. Territory, page 18.7. 5. Citizenship, page 18.9. Exercise, page 18.10. Answers, page 18.18. 19. Amendment Procedure and Federalism in India, page 19.1 to 19.30. 1. Amendment Procedure of the Constitution, page 19.1. 1a. Why amendment, page 19.1. 1b. Amending Procedure, page 19.1. 1c. Special features of the amendment procedure, 19.2. 1d. Amendment of the fundamental rights, 19.3. 1e. Amendments made in the Constitution, page 19.4. 2. Federalism in India, page 19.13. 2a. Nature of the federal system, page 19.13. 2b. Center state relations, page 19.16. 2c. Finance Commission, page 19.19. 2d. Center State Relations Commissions, page 19.19. Exercise 19.21. Answers 19.30. 20. Fundamental Rights, Directive Principles and Fundamental Duties, page 20.1 to 20.23. 1. Fundamental Rights, page 20.1. 1a. Fundamental Rights Article Wise, page 20.1. 1b. Writ Jurisdiction, page 20.6. 1c. Fundamental Rights, page 20.6. 2. Directive Principles of State Policy, page 20.8. 2a. Directive Principles Article Wise, 20.8. 2b. Directive Principles Features, page 20.1. Repeat, page 20.11. 2C, Directive Principles and Fundamental Rights, page 20.11. 2D, Implementation of Directive Principles, page 20.12. 2E, Evaluation of Directive Principles, page 20.13. 3. Fundamental Duties, page 20.13. Exercise 20.14, Answers 20.23. 21. The Executive in India, President, Prime Minister, Cabinet, Governor, Chief Minister, Cabinet. Page 21.1 to 21.26. 1. The President of India, page 21.1. 1A. Introductory, page 21.1. 1B. The President of India, Powers and Duties, Executive, page 21.3. 1C. The President of India, Powers and Duties, Legislative, page 21.4. 1D. The President of India, Powers and Duties, Judicial and Miscellaneous, page 21.5. 1E. Emergency Provisions, page 21.6. 2. The Vice President of India, page 21.6. 3. The Council of Ministers, the Cabinet and the Prime Ministers, page 21.8. 3A. The Prime Minister of India, page 21.8. 3B. The Union Councils of Ministers, page 21.10. I am repeating again. 3. The Council of Ministers, the Cabinet and the Prime Minister, page 21.8. 3A. The Prime Minister of India, page 21.8. 3B. The Union Council of Ministers, page 21.10. 3C. The Attorney General and the Comptroller and Auditor General, page 21.11. 4. The Government of the State, page 21.11. 4A. The Governor, page 21.11. 4B. The State Council of Ministers, Cabinet and the Chief Ministers, page 21.13. Exercise 21.13 page, Answers, page 21.26. 22. The Legislature in India, Parliament and the State Legislatures, page 22.1 to 22.28. 1. The Indian Parliament, page 22.1. 1A. The Council of States, 22.1 page. 1B. The House of the People, page 22.1. 1C. Disqualifications and vacation of seats, page 22.2. 1D. Presiding Officers of Parliament, page 22.2. 1E. Houses, they are working, page 22.2. 1F. Bills and Legislative Procedures in the Parliament, page 22.5. 1G. Budget in the Parliament, page 22.8. 1H. Powers and Functions of the Indian Parliament, page 22.10. 1I. Committees of the Parliament, page 22.11. 2. The State Legislatures in India, 22.14. Exercise 22.16. Answers 22.28. 23. The Judiciary in India, the Supreme Court, the High Courts, page 23.1 to 23.17. 1. The Supreme Court of India, page 23.1. 1A. Introductory, page 23.1. 1B. Jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, page 23.3. 1C. Position of the Supreme Court of India, page 23.5. 2. The High Courts in the States, page 23.5. 3. Subordinate Courts, page 23.7. 4. Lok Adalat, page 23.8. 5. Legal Aid and Public Interest Litigation, page 23.9. 6. Law Commission of India, page 23.10. Exercise 23.11, Answers 23.17. 24. Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity, page 24.1 to 24.26. 1. Panchayati Raj, 24.1. 2. Municipal bodies, page 24.5. 3. District and Metropolitan Planning, page 24.9. 4. Commissions, bracket constituency devised, repeating. 4. Commissions, within bracket constitutionally devised, page 24.10. 5. Committees and Tribunal, page 24.11. 24.15. 6. Major Issues of Indian Polity, page 24.16. 6A, Communalism, page 24.16. 6B, Casteism, page 24.17. 6C, Poverty in India, page 24.17. 6D, Scientific and Technological Developments, page 24.18. 6E, Corruption, page 24.18. 6F, Terrorism, page 24.19. And exercise 24.19, answers 24.26. Model paper 1, T1.1 to T1.16. Model paper 2, T2.1 to T2.16 page. Model 3, T3.1 to T3.15 page. Model 4, paper 4, T4.1 to T4.16 page. Model paper 5, T5.1 to T15. Model 4, repeating, Model 4, T4.1 to T4.16. Model paper 5, T5.1 to T5.18 page. Model paper 6, T6.1 page to T6.18 page. Model paper 7, T7.1 to T7.17 page. Page 1.1, Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. Political science may be described as the study of the process, principles and structure of government and the political institutions. The Oxford Concise Dictionary of Politics refers to political science as the study of the state, government and politics. As an academic discipline, political science attempts to describe, explain, analyze, examine, investigate and evaluate the functioning of government and the relationships between the political and non-political institutions and processes. 1. Evolution and growth of the discipline. While the study of politics can be traced back to ancient times, its rise as a discipline has a late arrival in the 1870s. The first institution dedicated to the study of politics, the Free School of Political Science, was founded in Paris in 1871. Though Howard Baxter Adams is credited with coining the phrase, within inverted comma, political science, while founding the Johns Hopkins Historical and Political Science Association in 1877. The first journal, the Political Science Quarterly, was inaugurated by the School of Political Science, within bracket Columbia, in 1885 for scholarly writings on the subject. The American Political Science Association came into being in 1903 and its journal, American Political Science Review, in 1906. The International Political Science Association was founded under the auspices of UNESCO in 1949. The Indian Journal of Political Science appeared in 1939, reflecting the aims and traditions of its parent body, the Indian Political Science Association. The study of politics in the Western tradition is first found in ancient Greece. However, the discipline has a clear set of antecedents such as moral philosophy, political economy, history, and other fields concerned with normative determinations of what ought to be and with deducing the characteristics of and functions of the ideal state. In each historic period and in almost every geographic area, we can find someone studying politics and increasing political understanding. In ancient India, the antecedents of politics can be traced back to the Rig Veda, Samhitas, Brahmanas, and Buddhist Pali canons. Chanakya, within brackets C, 350 to 275 BC, was a teacher of political science at Takshashila University and later the Prime Minister of Marwan Emperor Chandragupta Maurya, Chanakya is regarded as one of the earliest political thinkers and is also known as the Indian Machiavelli. He wrote the Arthashastra, which was one of the earliest treatises on political thought, economics and social order, and can be considered a precursor to Machiavelli's The Prince. Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory, 1.2 page. Evolution and growth of the discipline. The antecedents of Western politics can also trace their roots back even earlier than Plato and Aristotle, particularly in the works of Homer, Hesiod, Thucydides, Xenophon and Euripides. Later, Plato analyzed political systems has abstracted their analysis from more literary and history-oriented studies and applied an approach we would understand as closer to philosophy. Similarly, Aristotle built up Plato's analysis to include historical, empirical evidence in the analysis. During the rule of Rome, famous historians such as Polybius, Livy, and Plutarch documented the rise of the Roman Republic and the organization and histories of other nations, while statesmen like Julius Caesar and Cicero provided us with examples of the politics of the Republic and Rome's empire and wars. The study of politics during this age was oriented towards understanding history and methods of governing and describing the operation of governments. With the fall of the Roman Empire, there arose a more diffused arena for political studies. The rise of monotheism and Christianity brought to light a few space for politics and political action. During the Middle Ages, the study of politics was widespread in the churches and courts. Works such as those of Augustine, of Hippo, within bracket, the City of God, the Thomas Aquinas, within brackets, Summa Theologica, synthesized current philosophies and political traditions with those of Christianity, refining the borders between what was religious and what was political. In the Middle East and later other Islamic areas, works such as Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam and Epic of Kings by Firdausi provided evidence of political analysis, while the Islamic Aristotelians such as Avicenna and late Maimonides and Averroes continued Aristotle's tradition of analysis and empiricism, writing commentaries on Aristotle's works. During the Italian Renaissance, Niccolò Machiavelli established the emphasis of modern political science on direct empirical observation of political institutions. Later, the expansions of the scientific paradigm during the Enlightenment pushed the study of politics beyond normative determinants. With the beginning of the 16th to 17th centuries, traditionalism, with its speculative and normative analysis of political systems and political concepts, began losing ground, though historical and comparative methods of understanding politics were still in vogue. In the meantime, the empirical scientific approaches started gaining emphasis. The focus in politics began shifting from the description of political institutions, public concepts, to their structures in the latter part of the 18th century, when the constitutions and the government organs were discussed together with their legal and constitutional obligations, the approach now being descriptive, legal, though it was relatively more practical. The 19th century study of politics, besides debating on questions such as merits and demerits of varying forms of government, came to lay emphasis on the study of facts and on the functioning of the political systems, that is, from the study of institutions to their workings. Within bracket, James Brace, American Commonwealth 1818 and Modern Democracies 1924. With Arthur Bentley, bracket, within bracket, The Process of Government, Graham Wells, within bracket, Human Nature in Politics, and later Charles Merriam, within bracket, New Aspects of Politics, and his Chicago schools, the departure from the traditional political science to the modern one was complete when 1. The process aspect came to be regarded as important, 2. Human behavior came to be seen as the basic unit of study, 3. Facts and data and the interdisciplinary thinking came to be described as realistic for analyzing political phenomena. The approach that came to be recognized for political analysis was more historical, legal, formal, or evaluative. The scientific, empirical, positivistic approaches with their varying degrees came to be pursued by the behavioralists and post-behavioralists during the 1950s, 1960s and 1970s. The dialectical materialistic method to the study of politics was common in the Marxian writings. From 1980s, the discipline entered its contemporary period when phenomena such as substantive democracy, social justice, human rights, feminism, environmentalism, development, terrorism, global warming, and the globalization caught the attention of political theorists. Contemporary political science has a full agenda of challenges before it, seeking to meet it with approaches both traditional and modern, that is normative, empirical, strategic, and with tools such as consensual and conversational. 2. Political science, concepts and terms, page 1.3. 2a. Political science. It is the study of political structures, political functions, and political processes relating to individuals and groups, behavior within the framework of the political system, endowed with decision-making power. As an academic discipline, it is concerned with the empirical study of government and politics. It is a social science that makes generalizations, analysis, and analyzes about political system and political behavior and uses their results to predict future behavior. Harold D. Lassell has told, political science without biography is a form of taxidermy. 2b. Political philosophy. It is the study of fundamental norms, values and ideals relating to political institutions, political activities and political processes. That is what they ought to be. As such, it is imaginative, speculative. This is not to say that political philosophy is all normatism. It attempts both to make sense of what we do and to prescribe what we ought to do. It is philosophy with politics, theory with practice, activity with vision. With no philosophy around, politics is all dirt. Mahatma Gandhi has told, quote, the things that will destroy us are politics without principle, pleasure without conscience, wealth without work, knowledge without character, business without morality, science without humanity, and worship without sacrifice. 2c. Political thought. It is the description of ideas a political philosopher has formed, the beginning to the end, the sum total of ideas on matters relating to politics expressed by a thinker. As such, it is historical and time-related. Political thought and political philosophy are not the same things. for the former is more a historical nature and the latter of a normative one. Political thought becomes political philosophy if expressed with a note of caution and oriented towards a desirable objectives. Plato made political philosophy out of total thought. Quote, without men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. Told by Plato. 2D. Politics. It is an activity, a process through which the human society resolves its political problems. The act of establishing coordination amidst opposing interests, an instrument of social, political and economic change. As such, it is an activity which is practical, public and social. Indeed, it is linked with the phenomena of conflict and cooperation. Conflict because it arises out of divergent views, opposing interests, competitive trends, diverse opinions, preferences, needs. Cooperation because it recognizes the fact that it is always good to work together, that is achieving goals through collective action. Politics is, as Hannah Arendt said, acting in concert, a process through which conflicts are resolved, interests are reconciled, decisions are made. Well has told, quote, politics is a process of collective choice, resolving disagreements and reaching decisions through persuasion, bargaining, discussion and compromise. Chapter 1, 2, Political Science, Concept. I repeat, Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. 2, Political Science, Concepts and Terms. 2E, Political Theory, page 1.4. It is a network of concepts and generalizations about political life involving ideas, assumptions and statements about the nature, purpose and key features of government, state and society, and about the political capabilities of human beings. It is the theory, practice, history, philosophy, science and art of politics, heart, soul and essence of politics, a key to all riddles relating to politics and a center around which all subfields of political science revolve. As such, it is descriptive, explanatory, analytical, investigative, empirical, historical, insofar as it explains, scientific, insofar as it helps us comprehend political phenomena, perspective, wrong, I repeat, prescriptive, insofar as it prescribes, as described by Political Science Dictionary, quote, political theory is a body of thought that seeks to evaluate, explain and predict political phenomena. Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. 2E, Political Theory, page 1.4. Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. 3, Political Science, Traditional and Modern. The traditional political science describes political science as the study of the state, government, or both and of man. Garner, within bracket political science and government, holds the view that political science begins and ends with the state. Blanchely says that, quote, political science is concerned with the state in its fundamental conditions, in its essential nature, in its various forms of manifestations, its development. Pollock, within bracket, an introduction to the history of science of politics, describes political science as the study of man as a citizen in his relation to the state. Lord Acton, within bracket, History of Freedom and Other Essays, has said, quote, political science is concerned with the state and with the conditions essentials for its development. There are scholars following the traditional line who regard political science as a discipline dealing with government. Seeley, within bracket, Introduction of Political Science, is of the opinion that political science investigates the phenomenon of government as political economy, deals with wealth, biology with life, algebra with numbers, and geometry with space and magnitude. Leacock, within bracket, Principles of Political Science, states that political science deals with government. Professor Arora, within bracket, the substance of politics, contends that political science deals with both the state and the government. The traditional political science considers the study of men as important one. Lasky, within bracket, A Grammar of Politics, says, quote, the study of politics concerns itself with the life of men in relation to organized states, unquote. Hermann Heller, Encyclopedia of the Social Sciences, had gone to the extent of saying, it may be said that the character of political science in all of its parts is determined by its basic presuppositions regarding men. From the above description, it may be said that political science, from the traditional point of view, is one that deals with all those activities of men which deal with the state and which includes in detail the study of the government. Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. 3, Political Science, Traditional and Modern, 1.5 page. Some consider considered the scope of traditional political science includes the study of the state, within bracket, as it was, as it is, and it can be. The study of government, within bracket, with all its forms, the study of men in his capacity as the citizen of the state, within bracket, including his rights, duties, freedoms, obligations. The study of political theories, the study of local, provincial, national and the international organizations. The traditional political science in its nature is idealistic insofar as it dwells on notions relating to the state as it ought to be rather than as it is. Within bracket, Plato talks of the ideal state, St. Augustine of the city of God. The traditional political science is value-laden discipline laying emphasis on values. Its subject of study is the study of juridical, legal and formal organizations such as the state and government, their interpretations and discussions. No wonder if its method of study are descriptive, narrative, historical, normative, philosophical, subjective. Subjectivity marks its essential nature. The modern political science is relatively more specific in its meaning and more comprehensive in its scope of study. Political science, in its modern view, is regarded as the study of the behavior of the activities of the individuals. Catlin, Hurd, Hamilton, Jovelin, and like others in the opinion that it deals with the political life of men, within bracket, Catlin, systematic politics, Lassalle, Merriam, Weber, and Russell regard political science as the study of power. Lassalle and Kaplan, within bracket, Power and Society, says, within bracket, within inverted comma, political science as an empirical inquiry is the study of the shaping and sharing of power, inverted comma close. Or Robert Dahl, within bracket, Modern Political Analysis, explains, within inverted comma, political science deals with power, rule or authority, inverted comma close. Guild and Palmer, within bracket, Introduction to Politics, describe political science as the study of power. Apter, within bracket, The Politics of Modernization, regards it as the study of political system. David Easton, within bracket, The Political System, speaks of political science as a political system seeking the authoritative allocation of social values. For Dyke and Odegaard, within bracket, political science, a philosophical analysis. It is the study of problems and conflicts. While for Banfield, within bracket politics, planning and the public interest. It is the study, the activity, within bracket negotiations, argument, discussion, application of force, persuasion, by which an issue is agitated or settled. With regard to the scope of modern political science, one may include the study of men's behavior in relation to political activities, the study of facts and events, the study of political system, the study of power, authority, influence, legitimacy, the study of political socialization, of political culture and political development, of political participation, the study of political elite, of revolution. The modern political science is a value-free discipline, one that deals with the analysis of facts. It is empirical rather than normative. It is scientific rather than philosophical. It is interdisciplinary. It seeks to lay emphasis on present rather than on past, living rather than on dull, immediate rather than on remote, objective rather on subjective, analytic rather on philosophic, explanatory rather on descriptive, process-oriented rather on purpose-oriented, scientific rather on theoretical. The modern political science is objective, clinical, value-free, observational, measurable and operational. Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. 4. Politics, the liberal and Marxist views. Page 1.6. Though there are as many definitions of politics as there are people, yet the term can be defined keeping in view its major characteristic features. Howard Spiro describes politics as a process through which human society resolves its political problems. According to Sabine, politics is a particular special art for establishing coordination amidst opposing interests. Mayo says that politics is a process through which the conflicts are resolved and other resolving the conflicts such as policies are made as are related to administration and which policies, public laws, public disciplines are binding. For Eston, politics is authoritative allocation of social values. Laswell describes it as a science of who gets what, when and how. The characteristic themes resolving around most of the definitions of politics hint at the following. A. Politics is an activity, a political activity as that. B. It is a social activity arising out of interactions between people or among people, and to that extent it is public. C. It develops out of diversity, indicating a wide range of opinions, wants, needs of interests. D. Its diversities are closely linked to the existence of conflicts. Politics involves the expression of different opinions, competition between rival groups and class of irreconcilable interests. E. It is about decisions which resolve conflicts, minimize competition, discover common interests, decisions which are binding. To that extent, politics is an art of government, the art of administration. Politics as an activity is an endless venture. Oakeshott, in an essay within bracket political educations, says within bracket in political activity, then man sails a boundless and bottomless sea. There is neither harbor for shelter, nor floor for anchorage, neither starting place nor appointed destination. The enterprise is to keep afloat. Within bracket, politics being a continuous process involves endless adjustments. Within bracket, I repeat, inverted comma close. Barnett Creek, in Defense of Politics, describes politics as the activity by which different interests are conciliated through a government which ensures stability and order. Politics, therefore, is an art of administration. It is about reconciling irreconcilable interests. It is about making decisions, formulating policies, creating a system of laws by a government democratically devised and binding on the people over which it operates. With Bloom, within bracket theories of political system, we may therefore conclude that politics is a social process. I repeat, conclude that politics is a, within bracket, social process characterized by activity involving rivalry and cooperation in the exercise of power and culminating in the making of decision for a group. Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. 4a, the liberal analysis of politics. The conciliation of interests is characteristic of liberal political theory, either classical or contemporary. The classical liberal theory, within bracket, especially as it came to be understood in the writings of Locke, Smith, Bentham, thought of politics as one that seeks to resolve the conflicting interests as they exist among the individuals. The contemporary liberal theory, within bracket especially as it has come to be understood in its writings of pluralists such as Dahl and libertarians such as Nozick, attempts to bring about conciliation of antagonistic interests as they exist among the groups. In both politics is an effort to bring about the rule of law in which power guarantees the general interests and the common good against the pressure of private interests. Explaining the liberal view, Duverger, within bracket, the idea of politics says, within inverted comma, politics is an attempt to resolve the individual and group conflicts without physical violence. Crick holds the view that politics is a process of, within bracket, within inverted comma, ruling divided societies without undue violence. Swordmental is of the opinion that politics, within inverted comma, supervises and regulates social antagonism without taking sides. The liberal view of politics may be summed up as under 1. It is natural for an individual to have his her own interests. Equally natural is the fact that the individual must seek ways and means to attain them, maximize them. 2. Individuals live together so as to satisfy their interests, making groups. 3. It is natural that interests of individuals groups should clash among themselves. 4. It's natural for the individual groups to compete among themselves for attaining the maximum satisfaction of the interests. 5. Politics comes to resolve that and conciliate the conflicting interests of the individuals groups. It becomes the lawmaker, the law enforcer, and the arbiter, posted with the task of maintaining law and order. 6. Groups, within bracket, social economics, politics, political, etc. When weak are managed by politics, but when grow strong and powerful manage politics, and in the process the role of politics as an umpire diminishes. Page 1.7. Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. 4b, the Marxist analysis on politics. The Marxist, within bracket, Marx, Lenin, Mao, and the like, bracket closed, unlike the liberals, within bracket, of either yesteryears or of today, do not regard individual or group interests and conflicts as natural. According to the Marxists, the conflicts among the individuals, groups, are man-made. If the liberals believe that the conflicting interests among the people groups are resolvable, the Marxists hold the view that these conflicts are irreconcilable. So, politics for the Marxists, as Duverger says, within bracket, is conflict, struggle in which power allows those who possesses it to ensure that their hold on the society and to profit by it. Inverted comma close. The Marxists do not think that the conflicts among the individuals groups are natural, that there is something called the general, common or social interests, and that the state acts as the balancer of interests and is therefore non-partisan. On the contrary, the Marxists hold the view that the common interest for all practical purposes becomes, and it always, repeating, and is always the interest of the economically dominant class, that politics is class politics in a class society, and that it remains so in a society dominated by opposite classes. Protecting and promoting the interests of the possessing classes and oppressing the non-possessing classes, the characteristic features of the Marxian view of politics can be summed up as follows. 1. The conflicts among the individuals and groups are not natural. They are a feature of the class society. 2. The common interest is nothing but the interest of the economically dominant classes. 3. The state is not, and in fact never, a neutral institution. It protects and promotes the possessing classes and exploits and supersesses the non-possessing classes. 4. Politics arises in the class society. It is not a fundamental activity as the liberals assert, but is an activity of the possessing classes and among those who have the economic power. 5. Politics is a competition among the people of the possessing classes. Among themselves, they clash for power. Against the non-possessing classes, they wage the class war. 6. The class war is a phenomenon that exists only in class society. In the classless society, within bracket the socialist society which follows the capitalist society, and the communist society which follows the socialist society, there is no class struggle. 7. Revolution, as the culminating stage of class struggle, serves as a locomotive of society history, pushing the lower stage of social development, within bracket, which in fact is the natural, which in fact is the material development of society to its higher stage. 8. Politics ceases to exist, within bracket, withers away, in the classless society, though it remains in the form of the dictatorship of the proletariat in the socialist society, so as to abolish capitalism, lock, stock and barrel, and establish socialism in full. That is what makes politics as instrument of class struggle, as also a means to bring about socio-economic changes. Chapter 1. Political science, politics, political philosophy, political thought, political theory. 5. Political theory, classical, modern, contemporary. 5a. Classical political theory. Page 1.8. Political theory in a traditional form emerged in ancient Greek culture, largely in the writings of Socrates, Plato and Aristotle. They continued until the beginning of the late 18th century and early 19th century. The classical paradigm, according to Sheldon Olin, within bracket politics and vision, has the following features. Number one, it is related to the practice of systematic inquiry so as to so as to acquire reliable knowledge about matters relating to the people, especially those concerning their political life. 2. As a philosophical pursuit, the classical political theory sought to establish a rational basis for belief, and a political pursuit, a rational basis for action. 3. It attempted to identify the political with common involvements, which men shared as partners. The Greek polis, the Roman res publica, the medieval times usage of commonwealth all denoted a sharing of what is common. 4. The basic unit of analysis relating to the classical political theory has always been the political whole, the state, the idea of a system and order, and the resultant conception of balance, equilibrium, stability and harmony. That was why that the classical political theorists always tried to analyze the sources of conflicts, anarchy, instability and revolution, and on them attempted to enunciate the principles of justice and morality and duties and obligations. 5. The classical political theory thrived on the significance of comparative studies for supplying a more comprehensive explanation and a wider range of alternatives. That was the reason why the classical political theory developed a classification for political forms within bracket as for example monarchy, aristocracy, democracy, their variants bracket closed, and a set of concepts such as law, citizenship and justice. 5. The classical political theory had been largely ethical in nature. Its response was rooted in a moral outlook. Plato advocated the idea that Aristotle, a state that can achieve the best possible. St. Augustine, the city of God. 7. The classical political philosophers, by projecting the best form of policy as the ideal, revealed the boldness and radicalism of classical theorizing, though some dismissed such an idea as utopian and visionary. Chapter 1: Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. 5. Political Theory, Classical, Modern, Contemporary. 5C, wrong. 5B, Modern Political Theory. Modern political theory encompasses in itself a host of diverse trends which include the institutional, structural, scientific, positivistic, empirical, behavioral, post-behavioral and even the Marxist. Thus, when one talks of modern political theory, one talks of all these trends which dominated the greater part of the 20th century. It is since the 1960s to 1970s that contemporary political theory starts. Ideologically, modern political theory can be classified into two opposing visions: the liberal, including the individualist, the elitists and pluralist, and on the one hand, and the Marxist, including the dialectical materialists on the other. The liberal tradition beginning from 15th to 16th centuries arose as a reaction against the classical political theory, and after travelling through its institutional and structural voyage, reached scientific, positivist, empiricist goals to give way for the behavioral political theory. The Marxist political theory offered a diametrically opposite view to the one advocated in the whole of the West. The modern political theory of the Western state as it developed is wrong as is developed in liberalism, had certain features, particularly the following. 1. Facts and data constitute the basis of study. Facts are accumulated, explained, and are used for testing hypotheses. 2. Human behavior can be studied, and regularities of human behavior can be expressed in generalizations. 3. Subjectivity gives way to objectivity, philosophical interpretation to analytical explanation, purposive to procedural, descriptive to observational, normative to scientific. 4. Facts and values are separated. 5. The methods adopted for research and study are to be self-conscious, explicit, and quantitative. 6. Political activity is an activity influenced by numerous other activities: social, economic, religious, moral, philosophical, psychological, ecological, and the like. Hence, interdisciplinary synthesis is bound to yield rather better results. 7. Within inverted comma, what it is, bracket inverted comma close, is more important than within inverted comma what it was, or within inverted comma what it would be. For the present is nearer to either past or future. 8. Realism holds more weight than what a dull or what is utopian. What and how and why a state does is more relevant than what is, had been doing, or is likely to do. 9. Values are to support facts, substance to forms, and theory to research. This is the theme of post-behavioralism. 10. The journey from behavioralism to post-behavioralism is a journey from status quo to social change, and the journey of new behavioralism is a journey towards consensus. At the other end of modern political theory stands the Marxist political theory. The Marxist political theory, also called the also called the dialectical materialist or the scientific socialist, describes the general laws of motion in the development of all phenomena. Its importance lies in change, though the struggle between opposites, between relations of production and productive forces, with a view to have a better mode of production, development from the lower stage to the higher one, from say capitalistic to socialistic, and from socialistic to communistics. The dialectical materialist theory provides a systematic and scientific framework of analyzing and explaining, say for example, social and political change. It is a method of interpreting the past, understanding the present, and projecting the future. Chapter 1: Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. 5. Political Theory: Classical, Modern, Contemporary. 5C. Contemporary Political Theory. The political theorists after 1960s and 1970s have demonstrated the need for political theory in the fast changing world of ours. That is why interest in political theory is constantly growing in our times. This is partly because behavioralism and post-behavioralism, with their too much emphasis on science, have led us nowhere close to realities, and partly because of the failure of the Marxian model in some parts of the world. Soon it came to be realized that political theory is more than a philosophy, just as it is more than a science. Its mere reliance on philosophy robs it of its relevance, and its too much stress on science obviates it from serving as a vision. It is not that we are parting from our immediate past, but it is as if we are attempting to build on it. Wrong. I am repeating again. Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thoughts, Political Theory. 5. Political Theory, Classical, Modern, Contemporary. 5C, Contemporary Political Theory, page 1.9. The political theorists after 1960s and 1970s have demonstrated the need for political theory in the fast-changing world of ours. That is why interest in political theory is constantly growing in our times. This is partly because behavioralism and post-behavioralism, with their too much emphasis on science, have led us nowhere close to realities, and partly because of the failure of the Marxian model in some parts of the world. Soon it came to be realized that political theory is more than a philosophy, just as it is more than a science. Its mere reliance on philosophy robs it of its relevance, and its too much stress on science obviates it from serving as a vision. It is not that we are parting from our immediate past, but it is as if we are attempting to build on it. If the task of political theory is, as it had been, to make us understand the political phenomenon, it is necessary that it should confine itself to the explanation, investigation, and ultimately comprehension of what relates to politics, concepts, principles, and institutions. This is what contemporary political theory is doing. Brian Barry, Political Agreement 1965, while attempting to reconstruct and rediscover role of political theory, attempts to study the relation between principles and institutions. Explanatory task of political theory should not be to lose sight of what has existed in the past. John Rawls, The Theory of Justice 1971, refers to another task of contemporary political theory, a continuous search for truth, and suggests that the attempt can be made alongside the scientific empirical methods. R. Nozick, Anarchy, State and Utopia 1970, while rejuvenating on the recovery of political theory from its virtual demise, reverts to the individualist model of minimal state and believes that contemporary political theory can solve many political problems by combining the classical ends and empirical means. The consensus, for example, John Clement, Democracy and Illusion 1973, is that the empirical analysis and reflections of logical and moral characteristics can coexist in political theory. Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. 5C, Contemporary Political Theory, page 1.10. Highlighting the characteristic feature of contemporary political theory, David Held refers to the following. 1. It has been renewed as the history of political thought, involving an attempt to examine the significance of taste in the historical context. 2. It has sought to revitalize the discipline as a form of conceptual analysis, and in the process finding political theory as a systematic reflection upon and classification of the meanings of the key forms and concepts such as sovereignty, democracy, and justice. 3. It has been developed as the systematic elaborations of the underlying structure of our moral and political activities. 4. It has been revitalized as a form of argument concerned with abstract theoretical questions and particular political issues. 5. It has been championed as a critique of all forms of foundationalism, either postmodernist or the liberal defenders. It accordingly presents itself as a stimulant to dialogue and to conversation among human beings. 6. It has been elaborated as a form of systematic model building influenced by theoretical economics, rational choice theory, and game theory. It aims to construct formal models of political processes. No, wrong. It aims to construct formal models of political processes. 7. It has developed as the theoretical enterprise of the discipline of political science. As such, it attempts to construct theory on the basis of observation and modest empirical generalizations. Summing up, David Held offers a number of distinct tasks of political theory. Within inverted comma, first, the philosophical concerned above all with the conceptual and normative. Second, the empirical analytic concerned above all with the problems of understanding and explanations. And third, the strategic concerns, though wrong, repeat. And third, the strategic concerned above all with an assessment of the feasibility of moving from where we are to where we might like to be. To this, one must add the examination of the changing meaning of political discourse, its key concepts, theories, and concerns over time. The post-1970s were witnessing new developments in political theory has been raised to 4 distinct views. Number 1, with Rawls, political theory as a branch of moral philosophy has been described as essentially normative. Accordingly, the task of political theory is not only to develop general principles for evaluating the social structure, but also to design appropriate institutions, procedures, and policies within bracket C. Ackerman, Social Justice in the Liberal State within bracket 1980, Barry, a treatise on social justice 1989, and Beach, Political Theory and International Relations 1979, bracket closed. 2. Political theory is primarily contemplative and reflective inquiry, concerned to understand human existence in general, so understood as it was really viewed in its older form. It is neither a branch of moral philosophy nor normative in its orientation. Within bracket, philosophical papers, within bracket C. Taylor, Philosophical Papers 1985, bracket close. McIntyre, After Virtue 1981, Connolly, Political Theory and Modernity 1988, bracket closed. 3. Political theory is primarily concerned to articulate the self-understanding of a particular community, and that it is necessarily municipal in its scope and interpretative in its orientation. Within bracket C. Walger, Spheres of Justice 1983, bracket closed. 4. Political theory needs to be tentative, explanatory, conversational, open-minded, ironic, and sensitive. Such scholars draw inspiration from post-structuralist and post-modernist writers. Within bracket C. Roti, Contingency, Irony and Solidarity 1989, bracket closed. Page 1.9. Some quotes under Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. Under 5C, Contemporary Political Theory. Quotes. Those who cast the votes decide nothing. Those who count the votes decide everything. Stalin. You cannot make a revolution with silk globes. Stalin. Politics is war with bloodshed. War is politics without bloodshed. Mao. Politics is the art of the possible. Bismarck. Politics is the art of looking for trouble, finding it whether it exists or not, diagonizing it incorrectly and applying the wrong remedy. Ernest Benn. Just because you do not take an interest in politics does not mean that politics should not take an interest in you. Pericles, within bracket 495 BC to 429 BC. Politics is the art of looking for trouble, finding it, misdiagnosing it, and then misapplying the wrong remedies. Groucho Marx. Do you know that Francis Lever is considered the first American political scientist? Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory, 1.17 page. In this chapter, philosophers, personalities, and scholars. Acton, within bracket 1834 to 1902, an English historian, Gladstone's framed works, History of Freedom and Other Essay, known for this dictum, within inverted comma, power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Great men are almost bad men. Inverted comma close. Adams, Charles Kendall, within bracket 1835 to 1902, an American educator and historian. Adams, Howard Buxter, within bracket 1850 to 1901, an American educator and historian, coined the phrase within inverted comma, political science, inverted comma close, and brought the study of politics into the realm of social sciences. After David Bourne, 1924, works The Politics of Modernization, Political Change. Aristotle, within bracket 384 BC to 322 BC, ancient Greek philosopher, student of Plato, and teacher of Alexander the Great, wrote extensively works, Politics, Nicomachean Ethics, the Constitutions. His other works on diverse subjects such as physics, poetry, biology, logic, rhetoric. Averroes, within bracket 1126 to 1198, a Persian philosopher and physician, wrote commentaries on Aristotle and sought to reconcile Aristotle's system of thought with Islam. Avicenna, within bracket 980 to 1037, a Persian physician, philosopher and scientist, wrote about 450 books. His famous works, The Book of Healing, The Canons of Medicine. Bell, Daniel, born 1919, an American sociologist, works The End of Ideology, The Cultural Contradictions of Capitalism, The Coming of Post-Industrial Society. Endism philosopher, that is both history and ideology, have been reduced to insignificance because of the victory of Western politics and capitalism. Bentley, Arthur F., within bracket 1870 to 1957, an American political scientist and philosopher, contributed to the development of behavioral methodology of political science. Work, The Process of Government, within bracket 1908. His tenet within inverted comma, social movements are brought about by group interactions, is a basic feature of pluralist and intergroup approaches. Bluntschli, within bracket 1808 to 1881, a Swiss jurist, political and scholar. Bryce, James, within bracket 1838 to 1922, a British jurist, historian and politician, works The American Commonwealth, Modern Democracies. Burgess, John, within bracket 1844 to 1931, an American political scientist, helped found the Political Science Quarterly. Chanukya, within bracket, now I am repeating again, Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. in this chapter, Philosophers, Personalities and Scholars, page 1.18. Chanakya, within bracket 350 to 275 BC, an ancient Indian political strategist known as Kautilya and Vishnugupta in the discovery of India. Nehru called him the Indian Machiavelli work Arthashastra. Dahl, Robert A., within bracket born 1915, an American professor of political science, works Modern Political Analysis, Justifying Democracy, a preface to Economic Democracy, Dilemmas of Pluralist Democracy, Democracy in the United States, Oligarchy, Who Governs, a preface to Democracy. Duverger, Maurice, born 1919, a French political scientist, works Political Parties, the Study of Politics, the Idea of Politics. Easton David, born 1917, an American political scientist, works The Political System, a framework of political analysis, a system analysis of political life, the analysis of political structure. Euripides, within bracket 480 to 406 BC, an ancient Greek dramatist. Firdausi, within bracket 935 to 1020, a Persian poet, the author of Shahnameh, the national epic of Parsi. Galbraith, J.K., within bracket 1908 to 2006, a Canadian-American economist, a Keynesian, the leading advocate of 20th century liberalism and progressivism, was awarded the Padma Vibhushan by India. Also, the U.S. ambassador to India, works American capitalism, the affluent society, the new industrial state. Gandhi Mahatma, within bracket 1869 to 1948, a major political and spiritual leader of the Indian liberation struggle, the father of the nation, fondly called Bapu, wrote extensively his autobiography, The Story of My Experiments with Truth. Harold David, born 1951, a British political theorist, a Graham Wells professor of political science, with 2006 works Introduction to Critical Theory, Models of Democracy, Political Theory and the Modern State, Cosmopolitanism, a Defense. Hesiod, within bracket lived around 700 BC, a Greek poet, Works and Days, a poem of 800 verse. Homer, a legendary Greek poet, accredited with the composition of Iliad and Odyssey, lived around 8th or 7th century. Lasky Harold, within bracket 1893 to 1950, an English political theorist, economist, leader of the Labour Party, popular among the Indians, and unremitting advocate of India's freedom. Works Studies in the Problem of Sovereignty, Authority in the Modern State, A Grammar of Politics, Liberty in the Modern State. Karl Marx, Communism, Democracy in Crisis, Reflections on the Revolution of Our Times, Faith, Reason and Civilization. Leacock, Stephen, within bracket 1869 to 1944, a Canadian scholar and economist, works Elements of Political Science, My Discovery of England, My Discovery of the West, The Iron Man and the Teen Woman, The Boy, One Left Behind Me, Behind the Beyond. Leswell, Harold, within bracket 1902 to 1978, a leading American political scientist, works Politics, Who Gets What, When and How, Power and Personality. His famous saying, within inverted comma, politics is who gets what, when, where and how. Khayyam Omar, within bracket 1048 to 1131, a Persian poet, mathematician and astronomer known for the Rubaiyat. Livy, within bracket 59 BC to 17 AD, an ancient Roman historian, works from the founding of the city. Maimonides, within bracket 1135 to 1204, a Jewish rabbi, physician and philosopher, work the Torah, a comprehensive code of Jewish law. Medium Charles, within bracket 1876 to 1953, and an American political scientist, wrote New Aspects of Politics. Chicago school philosopher who wrote Political Power. Mills C. Reed, within bracket 1916 to 1962, an American sociologist known for his study of the U.S. power structure, works The Power Elite, the Sociological Imagination, the New Era of Power. America's labor leaders, white collar, the American middle classes, the causes of World War III, Listen Yankee, the revolution in Cuba, the Marxist. Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. In this chapter, philosophers, personalities and scholars. Page 1.19. Oakeshott, Michael, 1901 to 1990, an English philosopher of conservative shades, works Experience and its Moods, Rationalism in Politics and Other Issues, The Voice of Poetry in the Conversation of Mankind, What is History and Other Issues, The Voice of Liberal Learning. Plamantage, John, within bracket 1912 to 1975, a Yugoslav political philosopher who spent most of his life at the University of Oxford, works Consent, Freedom and Political Obligation, What is Communism, German Marxism and Russian Communism, from Marx to Stalin, on alien and self-government, man and society, ideology, democracy and illusion, God, freedom and evil, Karl Marx's philosophy of man. Plato, within bracket 427 BC to 347 BC, an ancient Greek philosopher, real name Aristocles, student of Socrates and teacher of Aristotle, wrote extensively in dialogue forms, Republic, Politicus, Laws, and other works include Apology, Charmides, Symposium, Phaedo. Plutarch, within bracket 46 BC to 127 BC, ancient Greek historian, Platonist, works Parallel Lives, Moralia. Polybius, within bracket 203 BC to 120 BC, a Greek historian known for the histories. Rawls John, within bracket 1921 to 2002, an American philosopher, wrote A Theory of Justice, Political Liberalism, Justice as Fairness, the Laws of the People. Russell Bertrand, within bracket 1872 to 1970, a British philosopher, logician and mathematician, a Nobel laureate in literature, within bracket 1950, work Power. Shelley John, within bracket 1834 to 1895, an English essayist and historian, work Introduction to Political Science. Socrates, within bracket 470 BC to 399 BC, an ancient Greek philosopher who is said to have laid the foundation of Western philosophy, also described as the wisest man in all of Greece. Plato's teacher, was charged for having corrupted the youth, was sentenced to death by drinking poison. He taught that politics was an art and that it can be taught through the idea of good. Virtue is knowledge and knowledge is virtue. Strauss, Leo, within bracket 1899 to 1973, a German-born American philosopher. His special field of study is classical philosophy, an intellectual source of Conservatism in the USA, Works, the City and Man, Natural Rights and History, Thoughts on Machiavelli, What is Political Philosophy, Liberalism and Ancient and Modern. Thucydides, Thucydides, within bracket 460 BC to 400 BC, an ancient Greek historian and the author of the history of the Peloponnesian War. Wallace Graham, within bracket 1858 to 1932, an English socialist and Fabian. Works, Property under Socialism, Human Nature in Politics, The Great Society, The Art of Thought. Xenophon, within bracket 427 BC to 355 BC, an ancient Greek historian. In this chapter, key terms and concepts. Anarchy refers to lack of authority, no rule, therefore perceived as chaos. Anarchism, a theory that protests against all types of state. Citizenship refers to the status of being a citizen, usually determined by law and distinguished from an alien, a symbol that grants political rights to the citizens, a relationship between the individual and the state. Chapter 1, Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thoughts, Political Theory. In this chapter, key terms and concepts, page 1.20. Development refers to increased economic efficiency, technological advancement, social and political democratization. Enlightenment refers to a period of intellectual history dating broadly from the mid-18th century to the American and French revolutions, a period that rejected all values and institutions of the ancient regimes, challenging thus the Catholic Church and the monopoly of hereditary monarchy and aristocracy. Leading French figures were Montesquieu, Voltaire, Rousseau. Scottish figures were Hume and Adam Smith, American Jefferson. Environmentalism refers to a belief in and concern for the significance of environment within a society. Now refers to a combination of beliefs in the value of the environment and a tendency to conserve and maintain ecological balance. Globalization refers to a complex web of interconnectedness, stems from the views that geographical distance is of declining relevance and that territorial boundaries are becoming less significant, relates to free flow of commodities, ideas, infrastructures, cultures, technology, manpower, and with least, I repeat, manpower with least or no restrictions. Global warming. Wrong. Global warming refers to a phenomenon whereby solar radiation, instead of emitting back into space, remains trapped at atmosphere level, affecting the warming of global atmosphere, caused by human actions and occurring at an unprecedented rate and leading to climatic changes with deforestation, desertification, poleward shift of vegetation and animal population, rising sea levels and decreased precipitation. Ideology refers to a comprehensive and mutually consistent set of ideas by which a social group makes sense of the world, explains, justifies or condemns, conserves, reforms or revolutionizes actions, gives a theory of man, state and society. Positivism refers to a rational and scientific methodology, emphasizing quantitative research, excluding all considerations of values, feelings and beliefs. Auguste Comte, within brackets 1798 to 1857, is its great advocate who sought to adhere to the methods of natural science, assumes that science holds key to all knowledge. Power refers to the ability to achieve a desired outcome, a capacity to influence the behavior of others, A quality of decision making relates to legitimate force, persuasion, authority, coercion, manipulation. Proletariat refers to a class of workers, wage earners in a capitalist society, possesses only labor and rule in the socialist society that, as the Marxists declare, follows the capitalist society. Terrorism refers to the violent activities of desperate men, small groups of armed assassins and saboteurs who operate in democratic societies usually resort to bombs, arson, hijacking. Traditionalism refers to ideas, practices, or institutions which have endured through time, rejoicing on what is usually old, out-fashioned, and gone past, associated with moralism, formalism, and historicism. Chapter 1: Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. In this chapter, authors and books. Page 1.21. Almond Gabriele, A Discipline Divided, Schools and Sects in Political Science. Almond and Powell, Comparative Politics. Almond and Powell, The Politics of Developing Areas. Almond and Bharva, Civic Culture. Brown Ivor, English Political Theory. Buckle, History of Civilization. Carty P., Economics, a Social Science. Cherry Clollin, On Human Communication. Colony, Stefan, and Donald Winch, and John Burrow, That Noble Science of Politics, a study in 19th century intellectual history. Crick Barnett, The American Science of Politics, Its Origins and Conditions. Crotty William 8, Political Science Looking to the Future. Davis James, Human Nature in Politics, The Dynamics of Political Behavior. Elo Hanch, Macro Political Analysis. Farr, James, and Raymond Settleman Yates, Discipline and History, Political Science in the United States. Freud, Civilization and its Discontents. Fromm Erich, Escape from Freedom, Man for Himself, The Same Society. Finifter Ada W, Political Science, The State of the Discipline. Political Science, The State of the Discipline H. Giddings F.H., Principles of Sociology. Ginsberg Morris, The Psychology of Society. Gaji Alfred, The Elements of Political Science. Here's Michel and Cariel Henry S., Approaches for the Study of Political Science. George C.E.M., Guide to the Philosophy of Morals and Politics. Cariel Henry S., Saving Appearance, The Re-establishment of Political Science. Key V.O., Political Parties and Pressure Groups. Kendall M.G., An Introduction to the Theory of Statistics, Introduction of Politics, Liberty in the Modern State, The State in Theory and Practice. Lassell H., Psychopathology and Politics. Lassell and Kaplan, Power and Society. Lipset S.M., Politics and the Social Science. Lipson L., The Great Issues of Politics. McIver R.M., The Modern State, The Wave of Government. Chapter 1: Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. In this chapter, authors and books. Page 1.22. McPherson C.B., Democratic Theory, The Real World of Democracy, The Life and Times of Liberal Democracy. Maitland F.W., Collected Papers. Mako Charles A. and Playford John, Apolitical Politics, A Critique of Behavioralism. Miliband R.H., Marxism and Politics, The State in Capitalist Society. Pollock Frederick, History of the Science of Politics. Pi Lucian W.E.D., Political Science and Area Studies, Rivals and Partners. Rawls John, A Theory of Justice. Rivers W.H.R., Psychology and Politics. Rishi David, The Tragedy of Political Science, Politics, Scholarship and Democracy. Sartori G., Democratic Theory. Sidwick Henry, Elements of Politics. Shields Edward, Political Development in the New States. Strong Howard J. Lee, Essays on the Scientific Study of Politics. Siddleman, Raymond and Edward J. Harpham, Disenchanted Realists, Political Science and the American Crisis, 1884 to 1984. Summit, Albert and Joseph Tanehas, The Development of American Political Science from Burgess to Behavioralism. Vogelin, Eric, The New Science of Politics. West by S.L., Political Science, the Discipline and its Dimensions. Will by W. Social Justice. Young Roland, Approach to the Study of Politics. Page 1.11. Chapter 1. Political Science, Politics, Political Philosophy, Political Thought, Political Theory. Exercise number 1. Political science is a discipline A. which does not subscribe to any values, B. which provides value-free analysis, C. meant to study values, D. that cannot ignore values. Answer is D. that cannot ignore values. 2. Political science is a discipline A. which does not subscribe to scientific method, B. which provides fact-free analysis, C. meant to study facts and data only, D. that cannot ignore scientific analysis. Answer is 2D. Political science adopts scientific method, but it does not ignore values. 3. Consider the following statements. 1. Political science is a systematic study of politics. 2. It is theoretical and research oriented. 3. It is all scientific. Wrong. Repeat. 3. It is all scientificism and moralism. 4. It is to be philosophical as well as scientific, if it has to be good political science. Answer is C. 1, 2, 4. Political science is a part science and a part normatism. It is neither all science nor all moralism. 4. Match list 1 and list 2 and select the correct quote. List 1. Scholar. A. Bentley. B. Medium. C. Catlin. D. Lowell. List 2. Theme. Interdisciplinary forward. 2. Study of functions rather than institutions. 3. Process. 4. Scientific methodology. Code. In the row A, B, C, D, in the column under A, A3, B2, C1, D4. Under B, 1, A1, B4, I repeat, code. In a row A, B, C, D, under A, 3, under A there are 4 columns. Under A there are 4 numbers in 4 serial. A3, B2, C1, D1. Under B, A1, B4, C2, D1. Under C, A4, B1, C3, D2. Under D, A2, B3, C4, D3. The answer is under A that is Bentley, interdisciplinary, I repeat, under A, Bentley, 3 process, B, Marian, 1 interdisciplinary farmer, C, Catlin, scientific methodology, D, Lowell, study of functions rather than institutions. 5. Given below are two statements, one labeled as assertion, A and the other labeled as reason R. Assertion A. Merriam regarded the work of historians as irrelevant. Reason R. History ignores the psychological, sociological, economic, scientific factors in human affairs. In this context of the above two statements, which of the following is correct? A. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true and R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. Correct answer is both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. C. 6. Consider the following statements. Aristotle regarded politics as public. 2. Aristotle based his study on observation of facts. 3. St. Augustine introduces Aristotle to Christian theology. 4. Peripatetic pertains to Aristotle. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 3, 4. B. 1, 2, 4. C. 1, 2, 3. D. 2, 3, 4. Correct answer is B, that is 1, 2, 4. It was Thomas Aquinas who introduced Aristotle to Christian theology. One of the following does not match. A. Plato, Republic. One of the following does not match. A. Plato, Republic. B. Aristotle, Apology. C. Augustine, the City of God. D. Aquinas, Summa Theologica. Correct answer is B. Apology is Plato's work. 8. Match list 1 with list 2. List 1. Philosopher. A. Plato. B. Aristotle. C. Easton. D. Oakeshoft. List 2. Theme. Politics as allocation of values. 2. Politics as activity always continuing. 3. Politics as philosophy. 4. Politics as science. Quote. In the row A, B, C and D, under A there are 4 serials, namely under A, B, C, D there are 4 serials in columns, namely A, B, C and D, which denotes 1, 4, under A, which denotes A 1, 4, 3, 2, under B 2, 3, 4, 3, C 3, 2, 1, 1, D 4, 1, 2, 1. The correct answer is 8C. That means Plato, politics as philosophy. Aristotle, politics as science. Easton, politics as allocation of values. Oakeshott, politics as activity always continuing. Which of the following is not a traditional approach to the study of political science? A. Comparison. B. Historiography. C. Simulation. D. Legal institutionalism. Answer is 9C. Simulation. Traditional political science has its characteristics such as history, law and comparative analysis. Simulation, that is pretension, is not its feature. 10. With which one of the following is the traditional approach to the study of political science not associated with? A. Legal institutional, B. Descriptive empirical, C. Normative prescriptive, D. Historic analytical. Answer is 10B. Empiricism is not traditional approach. 11. With which one of the following is the modern approach for the study of political science not associated with? A. Observational dash measurable, wrong, repeat, measurable. B. Empirical dash operation. C. Analytical dash positivistic. D. Institutional dash legal. Correct answer is 11D. Institutional's legal approach is traditional. 12. Which one of the following combination defines the scope of political science? A. State, government, laws, customs and culture. B. Sovereignty, government, market, political parties and social classes. C. State government, laws, civil society and political parties. D. State, values, government, decision making and political parties. Correct answer is 12C. Cultures, values, markets, customs do not constitute scope of political science. 13. Consider the following statements with regard to scope of traditional political science. A. Wrong. Repeat. 1. State, political parties, United Nations. 2. Government, lawmaking, judicial review, UNESCO. 3. State, government, spiritualism, laws. 4. Decision making, sovereignty. Which one of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 2, 3. B. 1, 2, 4. C. 1, 3, 4. D. 2, 3, 4. The correct answer is 13B. Spiritualism is not studied in political science. 14. The following is not the combination of what the scope of modern political science is. Wrong. Repeat. Chapter 1. Political science, politics, political philosophy, political thought, political theory, exercises. 14 exercises. 14. Page 1.12. The following is not the combination of what the scope of modern political science is. A. Political system, political socialization, political elite, revolution. B. Political socialization, political development, political modernization, political culture. C. Political system, political participation, power and authority. D. Values, culture, religion, markets. Answer is 14D. Values, culture, religion, markets. 15. Consider the following statements with regard to the scope of political science. 1. Its scope includes the study of the state and political system. 2. It is the study of power, rule and authority. 3. It is the authoritative allocation of values. 4. It is the study of culture and civilization. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 2, 4. B. 1, 2, 3. C. 1, 3, 4. D. 2, 3, 4. The correct answer is 15B. That is 1, 2, 3. Its scope includes the study of the state and political system. That is 1. 2. It is the study of power, rule and authority. 3. It is the authoritative allocation of values. 16. One of the following is not a traditional meaning of political science. A. It is the study of the state as it is, as it was and as it ought to be. B. It is the study of how government operates in the state. C. It is the study of conflicts and their resolution. D. It is the study of man as a citizen in a state. The correct answer is 16c. Conflicts and their resolution constitute part of the modern meaning of political science. 17. One of the following is not a modern meaning of political science. A. It is the study of men's behavior in relation to the political system he is a member. B. It is the study of state as a political organization. C. It is the study of how people make decisions in the political theory. D. It is the study of politics of power. The correct answer is 17B. It is the study of state as a political organization. Chapter 1. Political science, politics, political philosophy, political thought, political theory exercises. Page 1.13. Question 18. Match the following with each other. List 1. Author. A. Garner. B. Leacock. Wrong. Repeat. B. Leacock. C. Appadurai. D. Seeley. List 2. Work. 1. The substance of politics. 2. Introduction of political science. 3. Political science and government. 4. Principles of political science. Quote. In the row, capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D. Wrong. In the row A, B, C, D. In the column under A, 1, 4, 3, 4. Under B. Wrong. In the row A, B, C, D. Under A, under serial number A, 1. Under serial number B, 4. Under serial number C, 3. Under serial number D, 4. Likewise, under serial number A, 2. Serial number B, 3. Serial number C, 4. Serial number D, 2. Serial number under C, serial number A, 3. Serial number B, 2. Serial number C, 1. Serial number D, 3. Under D, serial number A, 4. Serial number B, 1. Serial number C, 2. Serial number D, 1. The correct answer is 18C. That is, A means Garner, 3 means political science and government, B means Leacock, 4 principles of political science, C Appadurai, the work is the substance of politics, D Seeley, the work is introduction of political science. 19. One of the following does not match. A. Dyke and Odegaard, political science. Dash A. Philosophical analysis. B. Robert Dahi, modern political system. C. Catlin, systematic politics. D. Guild and Palmer, introduction of politics. The correct answer is 19B. Dahl's book is Modern Political Analysis. 12. Wrong. Repeat. 20. Match the following with each other. Under list A. Euripides. B. Homer. C. Thucydides. D. Xenophon. List 2. 1. Greek essayist. 2. Greek poet. 3. Greek dramatist. Wrong. Repeat. 3. Greek dramatist. 4. Greek historian. Quote. In the row A, B, C, D. Under A, under serial number A, column. Under serial number A, in the column. Under A, in the row, wrong, repeat, in the row A, B, C, D. Under A, there are 4 columns, namely A, B, C, D. Serial number A, 3, serial number B, 2, serial number C, 1, serial number D, 4. Under B, serial number A, 2, serial number B, 3, serial number C, 2, serial number D, 3. Under C, serial number 4, A, 4, serial number B, 1, serial number C, 3, serial number D, 2. Under D, serial number A, 1, serial number B, 4, serial number C, 4, serial number D, 1. The correct answer is 20A. That means Euripides, Greek dramatist, Homer, Greek poet, Thucydides, Greek historian, Xenophon, Greek essayist. Consider 2021. Consider the following statements. 1. Plato abstracted the analysis of political institution. 2. Aristotle's approach was, broadly speaking, ethical. 3. Julius Caesar was a Greek ruler of ancient times and was Aristotle's disciple. 4. Machiavelli belonged to the era of Italian Renaissance. A. 1 and 3. B. 2 and 3. C. 1 and 2. D. 3 and 4. The correct answer is 21C. Julius Caesar was a Roman ruler. 22. The following is associated with the Chicago School. A. Arthur Bentley. B. George Catlin. C. Charles Merriam. D. Graham Walsh. The correct answer is 22C. That is Charles Merriam. 23. Match the following with each other. List 1. A. George Sabine. B. Barnard Creek. D. Duvarger. D. Deutsch. List 2. 1. In defense of politics. 2. The nerves of government. Wrong. Repeat. 2. The nerves of government. 3. A history of political theory. 4. The ideas of politics. Quote. In the row A, B, C, D. Under each row heading under A, B, C, D, there are 4 serials, namely A, B, C, D, representing under A 3, 1, 2, 3. Under B 4, 2, 1, 1. Under C 2, 3, 4, 4. Under D 1, 4, 3, 3, 2. The correct answer is 23D. That means George Sabine, A History of Political Theory, Barnard Creek, In Defense of Politics, Duvarger, The Ideas of Politics, Deutsch, A History of Political Theory. 24. Assertion A and reason R. Question. Assertion A. Politics is about making decisions. Reason B. Politics is about competition among rival groups. A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. B. A and R are true. R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. Answer is 24. A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. 25. Assertion A. Oakeshott says that politics is an endless venture. Reason R. It is to keep afloat. A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. B. A and R are true. R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. Answer is 25A. A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. 26. One of the following is not true with regard to the meaning of politics. A. Politics develops out of diversity. B. The diversities of politics are linked to reconcilable interests. C. Politics is an art, the art of administration. D. It is power, rule and authority. Answer is 26B. That is, the diversities of politics are linked to reconcilable interests. Politics and its diversities arise out of irreconcilable interests but not reconcilable interests. 27. The liberal view of politics is A. Reconciliation of irreconcilable interests, B. An instrument of exploitation, C. Promotion of individual interests, D. State to act in favor of the rich. Answer is 27A. Reconciliation of irreconcilable interests. 28. Robert Nozick is A classical liberal, B. A pluralist liberal, C. A libertarian, D. A communitarian liberal. Answer is 28C. 1938 to 2002 wrote books Anarchy, State and Utopia, within bracket 1974, Philosophical Explanations 1981, The Nature of Rationality, within bracket 1993, advocates radical right-based philosophy known for entertainment theory of rights. 29. The Marxist view politics as class A, class struggle, B, umpire that acts in an impartial manner, C, reconciliation of conflicting interests, D, promotion of common goods. Answer is 29A, that class struggle. 30. The following is true with regard to the Marxist view of politics. 1. The class society gives birth to politics. 2. Class struggle is characteristic of classless societies. 3. The dictatorship of proletariat wins the worker state. 4. Revolutions are locomotives of history. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 2, 3, B. 1, 3, 4, C. 1 through 2, 4, D. 2, 3, 4. The correct answer is 30C, that is 1, 2, 4. The class society gives birth to politics. 2. Class struggle is characteristic of classless societies. Revolutions are locomotives of history. Match list 1 with list 2. List 1. Scholar. A. Bryce. B. Ober. C. Lowell. D. Lipset. List 2. Theme 1. Social analysis to be kept value free. 2. Emphasis on functions and not on institutions. 3. Facts and facts. 4. No more ideologies. Quote, in the row A, B, C, D, under each row there are serials numbering A, B, C and D. Under A, 1, 3, 4, 1. Under B, 2, 1, 3, 3. Under C, 3, 2, 2, 4. Under D, 4, 4, 1, 2. The correct answer is 31B. That means Price, facts and facts. Weber, social analysis to be kept value free. Lowell, emphasis on functions and not on institutions. Lipset, no more ideologies. 32. The following describes political theory as the disciplined investigation of political phenomena. A. Spiro, B. Sabine, D. Breast, D. Oakeshott. The correct answer is 32B. Sabine. 33. Consider the following statements. Number 1. As a philosophical pursuit, the classical political theory seeks to establish a rational basis for belief. 2. The classical politics theory regards the political whole as the basic unit of analysis. 3. Modern political theory seeks to project the best form of polity. 4. Contemporary political theory is normative, empirical and strategic. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 2, 3, B. 1, 3, 4, C. 1, 2, 4, D. 2, 3, 4. Correct answer is 33C. As a philosophical pursuit, 33C represents 1, 2, 4. That represents 1. As a philosophical pursuit, the classical political theory seeks to establish a rational basis for belief. The classical political theory regards the political whole as the basic unit of analysis. Contemporary political theory is normative, empirical and strategic. 34. One of the following does not match. A. Berry, political argument. B. Ravi's, a theory of justice. C. Parliamentage, democracy and myth. D. Nozick, anarchy, state and utopia. Answer is 34C. That is Parliamentage, democracy and myth. Parliament wrote Democracy and Illusion. 35. One of the following is not the work of Leo Truss. A. The City of Man. B. The City of God. C. What is political philosophy? D. Thoughts of Machiavelli. The correct answer is 35B. The City of God was written by Saint Augustine. 36. Assertion A. Political theory is a political science in the full sense of the term. Reason R. There can be no scientific, there can be no science without theory. A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. B. A and true. A and R are true. R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. The correct answer is 36A. A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. 37. The following is true about political theory. A. It helps us understand political concepts. B. It is a part of politics. C. It is larger than political science. Repeat. It is larger than political science. D. It is ideology of the theorists. 37. Answer is 37A. It helps us understand political concepts. 38. Assertion A. All modern political theory is not contemporary. Reason R. All contemporary political theory is modern political theory. A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. B. A and R are true. R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. 39. Politics. Repeat. That is wrong. The answer of 38 is A. That is A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. Now 39. Politics is authoritative allocation of values. Under quote. As stated by Eastern characterizes one of the following. A. Values as material objects. B. Allocation as means of consumption. C. Authoritative as expertise, venturism. D. Politics as state. The answer is 39A. That is values as material objects. 40. Assertion A. Politics and conflicts are born twins. Repeat. Assertion A. Politics and conflicts are born twins. Reason R. Politics is necessary for conflicts to occur. A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. B. A and R are true. R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true but R is false. D. A is false but R is true. The answer is 40A. That is, as the two go together, each gives birth to the earth. 40 answers. A and R are true. R is the correct explanation of A. 41. One of the following does not match. A. Sartori, democratic theory. B. Rawls, a theory of justice. C. Sidgwick, political theory. B. Wasby, political science. The answer is 41C. that is Sidgwick, Political Theory. The name of book is Element of Politics. 42. Summa Theologica was written by A. Plato, B. Thomas Aquinas, C. Augustine, D. Aristotle. The answer is 42B, that is Thomas Aquinas. 43. The following is true with regard to the history of political science. 1. The Free School for Political Science was founded in Paris. 2. Adams coined the word political science. 3. Francis Bacon is described as the first American political science. Repeat. 3. Francis Bacon is described as the first American political scientist. 4. Merriam belonged to Chicago schools. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1, 2, 3, B. 2, 3, 4, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. C. 1, 3, 4, D. 1, 2, 4. The correct answer is 43D. That is, the Free School for Political Science was founded in Paris. Adams coined the word political science. Merriam belonged to Chicago School. Francis Lever and not Francis Bacon is regarded as the first American political scientist. Question 44. Political philosophy differs from politics insofar as what politics is not and political philosophy is: A. An activity, B. A social activity, C. Scientific, D. Speculative. The answer of 44 is 44D, that is speculative. 45. The following regards politics as an enterprise which keeps afloating: A. Creek, B. Bloom, C. Oakeshott, C. Hacker. The correct answer is 45C, that is Oakeshott. Question 46. The following is true about the Marxist view of politics. A. Common interest is the interest of all. B. Common interest is the interest of majority. C. Common interest is the interest of the workers. D. Common interest is the interest of the capitalists. The answer is 46D. That is, common interest is the interest of the capitalists. The Marxists say that the capitalist interest is projected as the common interest. 47. The Marxian quoted "weathering away of the state" means that A. The state is abolished completely. B. The state disappears all of a sudden. C. The state disappears slowly. D. None of the above. 47, answer of 47 is 47C. That is, the state disappears slowly. 48. The ancient Greeks used the following word for this term state: A. Republica, B. Commonweal, C. Polis, D. Republic. Answer of 48 is 46C. That is Polis. 49. Match the list. Match the following. Repeat. Match the following. List 1. A. Taylor, B. Colony, C. Barry, D. McIntyre. List 2. 1. A treatise on social justice. 2. After virtue. 3. Philosophical papers. 4. Political theory and modernity. Quote. In the row A, B, C and D, under each row there are 4 serials. A, B, under each row there are 4 columns, namely A, B, C and D, representing 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 4, 3, 1. The correct answer is 49D. That is, under Taylor, philosophical papers. Colony, political theory and modernity. Barry, a treatise on social justice. McIntyre, after virtue? Who has described politics as acting in the concert? A. Hannah Arendt, B. Aristotle, C. Plato, D. Marx. 50 answer of 50 is A. Hannah Arendt.